The Jews being in one of the lowest places the Jews have ever been. We're worked to the core, we're beaten to a pulp, we're terrorized and abused. So you would think that when Moshe Rabbeinu approached them and declared that there's an all-powerful God out there who promised their grandparents that he would make them great and give them their land and make them into this holy chosen people and free them from Egypt, you would think there would be an outpour of relief, that the Jews would eagerly tune in to listen to every word that Moshe said. But what ultimately happened is puzzling. They didn't listen to him is because from their shortness of their breath and the difficulty of their work. Now, why would that be the reason they did not listen to Moshe? Shouldn't it be the exact opposite? Weren't they desperately looking for a savior to release them from their misery? Well, when Paro died, the Jews cried out in pain, begging for a savior. What? Why did Paro's death prompt tears suddenly? The Jews didn't ignore Moshe because they didn't believe in him. They didn't think he was some fraud. They ignored Moshe because they were too busy surviving to even think. They couldn't even process the question. After years of brutal labor, something worse than slavery kicked in. It's called normalization. You tell yourself, listen, this is just how things are. Life is hard. And so Moshe shows up talking about freedom and destiny and a loving God who wants a relationship with them. And they're like, sounds really amazing, sounds interesting and inspiring, but I'm late to work. We don't have time to imagine some better life. Because when you're drowning in busyness, you don't reject hope, you just don't hear it. When Paro died, Egypt declared a national day of mourning. And for the first time in forever, the Jews got a day off from work. No bricks, no whips, no screaming taskmasters, just silence. And that silence was terrifying because for the first time, they had something they hadn't had in years. And that was space and time to think and time to breathe and time to realize what their life actually looked like. And that's when it hit them hard. They didn't cry because Paro died. They cried because they woke up and they suddenly saw their life that they were living. And once their eyes are open, you can't unsee it. And they cried, not out of weakness, but because for the first time in forever, they understood what they had lost.